Welcome back to Unscripted, everyone. Carwash.com's video interview series connecting you with market leaders. Joining me today, I'm excited to welcome in Doug Rieck, this year's NRCC 2024 chairman. Doug, it's great to see you again, and thanks for spending a few minutes with me here today.
It's wonderful talking with you, Rich. This is a sort of a passion of the NRCC. I've been involved in it for years, and we're shaping up to have a great one this year. New Jersey is the host of it, and so far, from what our numbers are indicating, we're substantially up in pre-registrations and also ahead in booth counts. So it looks like it's going to be a good year for the NRCC.
Yes, continue to break records there. The NRCC over the recent years, even outgrowing your old trade show venue and moving into the Atlantic City Convention Center not too long ago. So I know this show continues to grow, Doug. Today I wanted to catch up with you on discussing some of those plans and updates for the upcoming NRCC 2024 event. And as you mentioned, it's taking place this year in Atlantic City, New Jersey, scheduled for October 7th through the 9th. So, Doug, I'm sure you're finalizing plans, and I've been in touch with the organizers. I understand just eclipsed 400 booths not too long ago. So, can you give us a rundown and an update on registration and booths, and overall what can attendees expect as they're traveling to this year's NRCC show?
We're up, as of today, we're up 450 booths. Attendee count, I'm not sure of that yet, but they told me our numbers are up for attendees over last year. I think our strength in Atlantic City is we're in the center of the market. We get the New England people, we certainly get the New York State, and we go all the way down to Virginia, people driving up to us. Atlantic City is a convenient place to get to. We even have an airport, too.
That's always a good perk, right? Yeah, and for those who might be unfamiliar or new to the industry, NRCC, it's the Northeast Regional Carwash Convention. Obviously, several regional associations make up this show, and you each rotate to host this show. But obviously, a world-class event, Doug, and always at the forefront of putting together the best educational session. So can you give us a quick rundown on the educational sessions planned this year and the networking events that you might be looking forward to most on the schedule?
I'm looking forward to all of it, but let me start with the obvious networking events. I'm going to refer back to some papers just to make sure. On Monday night, October 7th, we have the Simon I Celebration Cocktails and Conversation. That is at the Hollywood Ballroom at the Hard Rock Hotel. It's hard to argue. Free food, free cocktails, great chance to catch up with everybody. That's turned into a great event. And by the time everybody spends a 5 or 6 hour drive or whatever it is to get there, this starts at 6:30. So you're checked into the hotel and you're ready to do something. So that's good. And then other networking event we have, which I really look forward to. We have our official welcoming reception from 6 to 7 p.m. on Tuesday night. This is sponsored by ICS. We have Jersey snacks, beer, and wine. You have a chance to win a $500 or a Bluetooth speaker. What's nice about this event is we get together in the atrium over at the convention center. It doesn't, you come out from the show floor, that starts at 6, it runs until 7. You can catch up, see a few people. Yeah, if you have any plans going on later on Tuesday night, you can still make them, and you've had a chance to catch up with everybody. And it's so convenient being in the atrium at the convention center.
For sure, yeah, it's literally right outside of the trade show exhibit hall, right down the escalator, and it's right there, right, easy access.
That's right, and just to make a life a little more interesting, while you're there, in the lower part of the convention center, you look up and see the Atlantic City train station. Trains actually still right in and out of Convention Hall every day.
I didn't know that, Doug. I know that they're the shuttle buses outside to pick folks up. Essentially,
yes.
I've had some cocktails, right? That's a good way to
we have the courtesy buses with jitneys, actually, real Atlantic City jitneys, which will take everybody back over to the Hard Rock, to and from the convention center. They know what time everything is, so they're just outside the convention center waiting to pick you up, or they're outside the Hard Rock waiting to bring you over to the convention center.
And I've never had to wait more than 10 minutes. There are plenty of shuttles. They're constantly flowing in, right?
It's a traditional Atlantic City jitney, which is a minibus, maybe 15, 20 people, something like that. I'm not sure the exact capacity. They have wheelchair access, and they're convenient.
For sure. And I know Chris Brown from Your Consulting is on the schedule of events, and obviously some others. So NRCCshow.com is the website for the most updated schedule of events. Are there any other speakers that you're looking forward to this year, Doug?
With your permission, I'll try going into our schedule. This year, I'm excited about everything. You have mentioned the one speaker, and I'll get to him. We start off on Tuesday morning at a convention center at a comfortable 7:30 until 8:45. We have the early bird panel and breakfast, buffet breakfast. You can grab it, go inside, and that is an early bird. It's being hosted by John Shelby from Rojo Car Wash. He's a great speaker. I think he's going to make an exciting, interesting early bird session. And after he gets done, we start at 9 o'clock. We have the person you're talking about, Chris Brown. Last year, I saw him for the first time, and I was just so amazed. He is so good. He's a dynamite speaker. He's going to be talking about revving up your recharge revenue by maximizing unlimited conversion in a tightening economy. Wow, I wish I had said that whole thing, but he's going to tell us how to keep the money we're making.
So is
by holding on to the customers. Yes. One of the things I missed is on Monday, before the hospitality, we have the virtual car wash tour. This is everybody's favorite event, the virtual car wash tour. Because Tom Hoffman is showing it and working with it on one of the car washes, which is featured this year. It just sort of tickles my fancy, the name. Sudsy's Salmon. It's a new 180-foot double tunnel in Alaska.
Sudsy Salmon kind of rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
I just want to see what that's all about.
And you said they were based in Alaska?
In Alaska, 180-foot dual tunnel. I mean, that's humongous.
I went to Alaska last year on a trip with my wife, Doug. I learned all that I need to know and more about salmon. So Sudsy Salmon is the virtual car wash tour, and folks will want to be sure to be there on Monday.
Yeah, there's others also, but that one, it just sort of tickled my fancy, and I forgot to include that. We also this year are running a concurrent program, which is a little bit different. Starting at 10 o'clock, we have 8 ways becoming a magnetic manager. This is a manager program. This is for your manager to go to, telling the managers how they can, and prospective managers, anybody involved in that aspect, how to become more magnetic, more attractive, and work better with their employees. This Joanne Brandy is doing it. She's been with us at NRCC previous years, and she's a great speaker. So that should be good. That should be fun to see. And at the same time, as part of our concurrency, we have from 10 until 10:45, we have Ron Sloan from Innovate and Hoffman Car Wash is introducing what is the state of the car wash industry. And that is being presented by Bank of America, 2 speakers from Bank of America. They're managing directors who head up their who know what's going on. I'm sort of getting lost a little bit there, but that should be wonderful. And that,
for sure. Yeah, and it's such a comprehensive schedule of events. So many things to look forward to, Doug. There, you guys even recognize excellence at the awards luncheon, right? That's a lot of fun. I love to go to that, not only for the free lunch, Doug, but also to see you guys recognize excellence, such as the emerging leader, which I believe my friend Max Pulcini won last year. So recognizing excellence in the car wash industry as well at that luncheon, right?
That is correct. But but don't forget, we also have our host speaker. This is the one I'm really from 11 before lunch. You've got to eat your vegetables first, I think. In this case, we've got our keynote speaker is Will Gadera. He is a fascinating person. I've been watching some of the videos on him. He runs what's called the best restaurant in the United States. Maybe the world. His theme is hospitality, aggressive hospitality, making sure everybody is satisfied. And I'm really looking forward to him. I think it should be a wonderful person. He is an author of a book called Unreasonable Hospitality. In other words, going to the nth degree. In one of the videos, he was talking about at his New York exclusive, wonderful New York restaurant, he was listening to a customer saying that they've been to all these fancy restaurants in New York and they had yet to have a hot dog in New York. So hearing the customer comment on that, he went outside his doors, grabbed a traditional New York dirty water hot dog, brought it back to a chef, and had served just an appetizer or hors d'oeuvre or something for the customer.
Nothing wrong with that, right?
No, I mean, that's wonderful, hearing what people want and trying to fulfill the requests. And I think that if we in the car wash industry understand that we're really part of the hospitality industry, and the better we can serve that, the more successful we'll be.
Such a great point, Doug. And I've gotten to know the history of this show a little bit more. Did you want to go into any other sessions or anything? No, you think I'm ending there? We still have coming. Okay, on Wednesday. Wednesday's the last day of the show. We have to have it. It's an important day. It gives everybody a chance to look out the show, double check what they missed. But for education on Wednesday, we have Service is a Superpower, Lessons Learned in the Magic Kingdom. We have a customer service guru and a former training designer for Walt Disney World who's going to talk about some of the secret sauce and what we need to do to make our customer service more transformational and better. Wow.
And that's really... That's really awesome. I think that'll be one. So I've got every seminar there. It looks wonderful. I don't know how I'm going to split my time up.
Right, bringing out the big guns this year. It sounds like. Well, again, the best way to get on top of it and to see as much as possible, especially these events that you're talking about, is to be organized and planned. And that whole list, that updated list of schedule of events, as I mentioned, can be seen at nrccshow.com. Definitely encourage attendees to go visit that website. We'll also have a guide at PC&D. We'll give out a guide at our booth, which will have the schedule of events. But the best thing is, if you want to make the most of your investment, is to look at what's going on and make sure you're there at the right time and that you find a chair, because some of these things are standing room only and they fill up fast, right, Doug?
That's happened to me in the past.
That's happened to me in the past.
Talking to people in another seminar, and by the time I get to the next,
exactly. So, all right, cool, Doug. So, I know just having covered this show for so many years now, I've learned a lot about the history of the show and where NRCC started and how it's gotten to the play. How it's gotten to where it is today. But How has the event changed, Doug, in your opinion? How has it changed since you first started attending it? And why, in your opinion, has interest grown so much, especially in recent years?
We've become tremendously more professional and customer service oriented in our approach. Every board meeting, we will bring up, and the thought will come up, well, how are we serving the car washes? How can we do things better for the vendors? We try to have that philosophy completely in all of our planning. Customer service.
Yeah, you mentioned customer service and how car wash operators need to realize they're in the service industry, right? What changes have you noticed in the industry, especially in the Northeast region of the country? What industry changes have you noticed? Have customer demands changed at all? And how does attending events like NRCC help operators through these challenges?
That's a really good, you raise a number of good questions and points to be made. There's a lot of change going on in our industry. I've been fortunate to have been around a number of years. We're seeing more of the mom and pop, smaller operations being replaced and put into larger chains, which can be fine for customers. But you're also seeing express washes coming in. Now, if you are, as a small town car wash operator, have an express wash come into your market, what are you going to do? You're going to have to up your game. And sure. By attending shows like this, your game goes up. You can be better for your customer. And the market is changing. When I started, I was a full service operator, and about 15 years ago, I shifted from full service over to flex service express. And certainly the market is, in the beginning of time, my time anyway, your choice was exterior conveyor or full service. But we have seen now the express wash, which is a wonderful way to wash cars. And you get your choice if you want to do it flex service or just express.
Yeah, it's one thing to go to these events and go to the educational sessions and go on the trade show floor, but really, and just like you mentioned, the Simonized party, these networking events are a great way to find existing operators who have been in the market for a while, as well as new operators who are coming in and first learning about the industry. So many great ideas and great conversations that I have, not only on the show floor, but off the show floor as well at these networking events. So really important to attend these events, not only for what you see on the schedule of events, but also just it's such a great industry to network with other folks out there.
You're absolutely right, Rich. It's a very sharing industry. From the time I came into it until now, and I've tried to share, people shared with me, and networking is critical. You're always going to find somebody who has a problem similar to yours and who can help you.
If I'm not mistaken, Doug, you and I actually met at one of those social gatherings not too long ago.
We did, yes.
I believe it was at the Amplify Car Wash Advisors party in Las Vegas, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
I enjoyed that conversation. It was a lovely conversation, Doug.
Thank you.
So as people are firming up their plans for NRCC here, will they be able to register on site? Overall, what should people know ahead of time in order to have a safe and productive and easy visit to NRCC 2024?
Register as soon as you can. That way you have your registration done. I think the magic date is we have a registration date of sometime in September. I think it's 22nd. Don't hold me to that, but you're going to get a better price if you register before then. Also, you're going to have a chance to book your hotel and get your plans firmed up. Atlantic City is really easy to get to because you have we have a great airport just outside of town. I think it's a $10 or $15 jitney ride from the airport into one of the big town hotels, and they provide limited service, but some jet service. You also have the Atlantic City Expressway, which connects with the Parkway. Probably 85% of our people are going to be coming down the Parkway or up the Parkway and hitting the Expressway. And Atlantic City is a great venue. It really is.
Well, I will for sure be one of those people heading down the Atlantic City Expressway. I take the trip annually with one of my colleagues, Sandy Murphy, who you might know on professional car washing and detailing. We make the trip every year from Long Island. So looking forward to it, Doug. I know that the planning for the NRCC show happens immediately after the previous one ends. So I know you've been planning this event for a while here, and I know the chairman is a busy position. So I hope to see you next month at the NRCC trade show. But if not, I understand that you'll be pulled, I'm sure, in a million different directions.
It'll be wonderful seeing you again as you and Sandy are driving south on the Parkway. This year, CWO&J, as part of our thing, we put together a tour guide of various exits, nearby exits off the Garden State Parkway, car washes you can go see.
Oh, wow. Perfect.
So it just adds an additional little venue thing. You'll see it when you sign up for the show. So.
Well, it's an event I always look forward to a lot, Doug. I'm looking forward to seeing you folks again in Atlantic City and seeing all of the people that listen to our podcast and watch our videos and read our magazine. Looking forward to seeing some old friends and meeting some new ones in Atlantic City this year, Doug. I appreciate you spending some time with me today.
Rich, thank you. It's been a pleasure. It really has.